Hey guys, everyone see us here, the Bootstrap Rainmaker, and today I have a really cool message for you guys. A proven listing promotion system that will help you sell your listings faster even if you only have a small listing budget, okay? Now, this is going to be one of the topics I'm going to go really in depth in my upcoming training, the Property Listing Accelerator, so be on the lookout for that. So, how can you generate more buyer leads that you can handle for under $100? And what does that have everything to do with how many listings you're selling or not selling as a real estate expert? Okay. Now, before we dive in, guys, if you guys think that this is a message that, someone else would benefit from, if you guys know anyone else who would benefit from this, please share this down below. Or better yet, put their name in the comments down below, tag them down below so that way they get notified. See, what happens is when you guys share this, it lets me know that you guys like this topic, that you like these videos, and I can continue making more cool videos just like this one. That sound fair? All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. So, how to generate more buyer leads than you can handle for under $100 off of your listing. All right. Okay, so if you follow my videos, you'll know that we always start off with this really simple equation. The more exposure you have, the more offers you're going to get. It's a really simple equation. It comes down to that, exactly that. More exposure you have, the more offers you're going to get on your listings. All right. Particularly, we're going to be talking about two things in particular. We're going to be talking about targeting in-market home buyers. And what does that mean? An in-market home buyer is actually someone who has already shown to be shopping. Okay. Now, in this upcoming training, the Property Listing Accelerator, we talk about a buyer journey. All right. When someone starts the buyer journey, it's a journey, right? Depending on the price point, the higher the price point, the longer their journey, right? So if you're trying to sell a home that's $500,000, $600,000, even $1 million and up, those home buyers are going to be looking at doing their shopping, doing their due diligence up to a year out. Okay? Versus if it's a first-time home buyer, if it's a lower price point home, usually they're only looking about 3 months out. Usually. All right. Next thing is we're going to be talking about local agent networks. All right. Now, a local agent network is just a network of your local peers, right? Your colleagues. These are other real estate agents. Don't always look at these people as your competition. They many times will bring a qualified buyer to the table quickly. All right. So let's jump into what I call the shortcut. All right. Now, the first thing I want you to do is once you get to your listing appointment, and once you close that listing appointment, you get it signed. Yay, high five for everyone, right? You got it signed. I want you to take your phone and just do a very quick walkthrough and take some very raw photographs, right? The front of the home, the backyard. If the home has a nice view, take a picture of that. The living room and the kitchen. All right. Don't take pictures of the bedrooms, the closets, the garage, the shed in the background. Don't take pictures of those. We don't need those, at least for advertising purposes, okay? The next thing what you're going to do is you're going to create a very simple advertising campaign. Really simple ones. You guys don't get scared on this. If you know how to use Facebook, you can do this. If you know how to use Instagram, you can do this. If you are good on LinkedIn, you can do this. All right? It's simple. All right? First thing I need you to do is to block off a set of hours. All right? And that's really simple. And the reason we say this is because the very first time you're going to do this, you just need to sit down and have no other distractions, and let's get to it. All right? So you had a little bit of accountability for yourself. Let's block off a set of hours. Next thing is I want you to start to define a buyer profile. So get yourself a pad, just a really simple pad. Get some pen and paper. And I want you to define an age range, what you think your buyer will be, okay? So depending on the listing price, you'll have an idea of the age range. For instance, if your listing price is really high, right? $500,000, $600,000, $1 million and up, then you know that your age range is going to be higher up. It's going to be 45 and up, 55 and up. All right. Versus if your listing price is really low, right? If it's more for a first-time home buyer, well, then your age range is going to be closer to 25 to 35. And again, this has a lot to do with your market. For instance, if you're in a market like Seattle, right, versus a market like maybe Kansas City, age ranges are different. They're going to be different for your listing. All right. Next thing is your income levels, and this is very similar, but again, let's say your listing price is $500,000, $600,000, $1 million up. You need to understand or at least have a good understanding of what the income level would have to be in order to get qualified for a mortgage, right, for a loan. So understand that, okay, because again, income levels have a lot to do with the listing price, and well, that's pretty self-explanatory. The other one's going to be a location. Is it going to be is your buyer going to come from a local area, or are they going to be from the relocation? So, for instance, if you're in a secluded market, maybe somewhere up in the mountains, right, or you're in, let's say you're in a city that is located in the middle of the desert, okay, or even on an island, right? A lot of the buyers are going to be coming from relocation, so you're going to have to be promoting outside of your local area. Versus maybe you're in a local area like Las Vegas, where in a neighborhood like Henderson, a suburb, right? Well, a lot of your buyers are going to be coming from local, maybe a 3 to 5 mile radius. These are families that are just, either they don't necessarily want to take their children out of that school district. So you'll find that they'll be coming locally. And again, you're just building this buyer profile because it's going to help you in the next step. All right. After that, you're going to be creating something called a bridge page. And if you've ever heard of and it's that term right now is a popular term, bridge page, landing page, opt-in page, squeeze page. They're all pretty much the same thing. What it is, it's a very, very simple page. And what it does is it doesn't give you all the information. It requires you to give me your name, an email, possibly a phone number in order for you to see all of the information of the property. Now, this is one of the things that I see a lot of new agents and really a lot of established agents, they really mess up here, okay, because they do not use bridge pages. And one of the things that we talk about a lot in the Property Listing Accelerator and this training that we're talking about is the importance of the buyer journey, okay? The buyer journey is when they're starting to look at buying, sometimes it can be a year out, right? And if you're sending people straight over to your property and you're just giving them everything, then you're not gathering the lead. And if you can't gather the lead, you can't attach yourself to their buyer journey. So a bridge page is so important to collect the lead and attach yourself to that buyer journey. Okay, you're going to be creating two types of pages. You're going to be creating a coming soon page. That's pretty self-explanatory. There's a really simple page that before your property hits the MLS, you want to be promoting that page. The next one is going to be a just listed page. After it hits the MLS, that's the page that you should be promoting. There are really small differences, but the big thing is on both of them, you don't give away the price and you don't give away the address. You can allude to the neighborhood or to the area of the property, but you do not give away the address or the price. Okay, after that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start promoting the bridge page. Again, remember, we do not promote the property listing page with all the information. You promote the bridge page. All right. Now, here's one of the things where we talk about the price. All right. I really like AdWords display. Now, AdWords display, because it's a Google property, AdWords allows us to target in-market audiences. We can be very sure that when we send our ad, that it will be only to the people who are actively in market and searching for real estate, and they're looking to buy. Okay. Now, what I like to do is I'll put about anywhere between $30 to $75 on that particular ad. The next thing you can do is you can use something like Google AdWords, particularly AdWords search. Okay. Now that we've all done that, right? So for instance, let's say you were in Las Vegas, so you go to Henderson Homes for Sale, or Seattle Homes for Sale, or 799912 for Homes for Sale. So these are Google search ads. You know, when you run a search, you get those first 3-4 ads at the very top. Those, when used correctly, work really good. I call this optional because depending on your market, it actually can be more expensive than other markets. All right. The third one is I really like to use YouTube. Remember the first step I told you is go and take a walkthrough video? Well, that walkthrough video, you can put it onto YouTube. And again, because it's a Google property, you can make sure that video is only being shown to people who are actually in market and ready to buy. I like putting about $20 to anywhere from $20 to $50 on YouTube. And again, we'll get your ad, you'll get your bridge page and your property in front of the right people and on YouTube. It's really good. Now, finally, I put Facebook. Now, Facebook, if you would have asked me this, Facebook about 2 years ago, Facebook would have been number 1 on my list. But now, since for for about the past year or so. If you guys remember, Facebook got in trouble. We're not going to go into that, but they got in trouble and it took away a lot of the options that they used to have that allowed us to target in-market audiences. Now we can only target people who show a strong interest, but we cannot be sure that they are in market. There are little little tips and tricks on how to get it better, but the thing about Facebook ads is when you do it correctly, you can generate a lot of leads, like a huge amount of volume of leads. Thing is, the way I put them is they are high volume of leads, but they are low intention. We cannot be sure whether they are actually in market. But still, nonetheless, I always throw it into the mix. I usually put about $50 to $100 in there, and you can generate a ton of leads off of Facebook ads. Okay, and again, if you have a good understanding of your buyer journey, those are not low quality leads. All they are, it just means you have to stick with them and you have to develop a little bit more. Facebook ads develop enough lead volume so that you can keep your sales pipeline full. All right. Okay. Now, guys, that's pretty much it for the simple advertising campaigns. Now, what does that mean? What's the takeaway here? Well, obviously, the takeaway here is that internet marketing in this regard is going to be the best bet. It's going to give you the biggest bang for your dollar when you're trying to promote your property for under $100. All right. I want you guys to focus on in-market audience if possible. If you can have the budget to run this on AdWords, AdWords display, focus your ad budget there so you can make sure that you focus on in-market audiences. Next thing is don't leave the social networks out. Run your ads on social ads, but they will bring a lot of volume. Just remember that you have to have a system, a way of following up with them through that buyer journey. Now, one of the things that we talked about in the very, very beginning, we talked about your local agent network. I can't tell you how big of it this will be your ace up your sleeve when it comes to getting your listing sold quickly. I have a lot of my agents, a lot of my clients will actually use this method right here to sell their listings really, really quick, even before they hit the MLS. With it, you have to invest in a list, an email list of your local real estate agents. There is some setup involved. You can get an email server, some email marketing software. But what this allows you to do is just let all of your local colleagues know that you have this listing, and many times they'll bring that buyer to the table for you. This is what I call, this is low-hanging fruit, and it's definitely the ace up your sleeve when it comes down to getting your listing sold quickly. All right, guys, that's about it. That's a really crash course on how to generate more buyer leads than you can handle for under $100. Again, if you guys think that this would benefit anyone that you guys know, please share this video down below. Again, my name is Abel Macias and Bootstrap Rainmaker. Remember, you guys keep on rainmaking, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for your interest in this video. If you guys are ready to go more in depth into listing promotion, go ahead and check out and get access to my free listing promotion training guide. Okay, you guys won't regret it. For more videos here on YouTube, check out our playlist for everything to do with listing promotions. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you guys can get notified of the next training. See you guys on the next one.